It's about happiness, and who better people than the Dalai Lama to tell about it.
It's the hottest selling book in Amazon, right? Today's review says so.
So similar to very top selling book, but so different in perspective. You write essays best when it is about you, and that
Definitely.
exactly what Pursuit of Happiness.
The essence of the book, which is happiness is priceless.
When you are not clear about your delivery or your outcome, just enjoy the game and move on. You can't stick to it.
How do you think simplicity and happiness balance each other? People are forgetting to be their self, right?
The same set of problem creating chaos in so many lives in different ways, and everybody will feel why this is happening to me. I feel even to reach to a level where you can perform, there's so many other hurdles that when you actually reach that stage, you are exhausted. As a child, you are fearless. Don't grow up frightened.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Techfluence. Today we have an author and writer and a corporate expert, Robin Kumar Das. He is best known for his work, Pursuit of Happiness. Through his writing, he explores themes of personal growth, self discovery, resilience, and the deeper meaning of happiness in modern life. His work often blends thoughtful reflection with practical insight, encouraging readers to look beyond material success and focus on inner fulfillment and emotional well being. Robin's work resonates with individuals seeking clarity, inspiration, and a more meaningful approach to life. Welcome, Robin. Welcome
Hi,
to
Navneet.
Techfluence. It's pleasure meeting you, and it's. I hope you are also very happy with your
No.
the pursuit of happiness, right?
First of all, thank you so much for calling me here, and I think it's a real pleasure to come and discuss on the recent baby that I've just had. So,
Yes.
it's pleasure is mine.
Thank you. So, very first thing we would like to know from you is what inspired you to pen down the pursuit of happiness?
It's very difficult to point out one single instance. Since I've been writing, it's not a written last 2 months or 3 months. I've been writing for last 6 7 years, and they were never meant to be written as a book. So a particular life instance or a situation gave me some trigger, and that led me to some sort of a reflection. I will deep dive later on that the reflection part. So I thought I would have done it in a better way, or I could have done something different. So I just used to start penning it. And the chapters are so different. You can pick up the book and read from any chapter. There's no sequence to it. And I need to start from one and go to 86. They were written at different times, different years. And honestly, some I even don't remember why I wrote that. So that's about Pursuit of Happiness.
How many years did it take to complete? Like,
I cannot specify a year because it was not I was writing regularly. I think one article I wrote way back in 2018 when I was traveling with my brother for something. Then one I wrote when I completed my 15 year at work. One I wrote some small instances, at family, interacting with your children, interacting with your pets. You get to learn something, and then we like reflect and start writing. I think the last article I wrote was as early as January, and
oh,
that's when I thought I think it's so good to get back to writing. There's a big gap. I think after I was in Dhaka for a long time between 2017 till 23, and then I got back to Delhi with this new role. So Delhi was a bit of a busy schedule for me,
okay.
and in fact, the only article I wrote that went to the book is what recently I did.
So rest of them were all written
I'd all
earlier.
written earlier.
Right. So your family had been very supportive while doing this, or people had been thinking that why you are doing this?
Yeah, I think the family has been supporting because as a working professional, all weeks you are busy traveling. So weekend is the only time when you can pause, reflect, take your time. You are at ease at night. You can stay back late and write. So I think that way they have been supportive. They might always feeling what is he doing all week working and then the weekend is writing. But it was very like on and off specific thing. Not that I have been regularly sitting and writing. And that's why it's not a very big book. It's 100 page just.
Yeah, it's a very small book, but I mean, the pages are very limited, and that I think will give the readers a clue, like they will enjoy reading it because it's not thick one to carry that you start today and you think when I'll finish it off,
Yeah, and I
that kind of.
think the books have started to. I launched on 14th Feb, so they've already started reaching. I'm getting a lot of readers responding. that I'm sending photographs on LinkedIn, other thing that I've just got the book. I want to finish it today, and I'm already half through.
Yeah.
And some of the comments were like amazing. I'm really thrilled to hear.
I saw you. It has been also endorsed by Dalai Lama, right?
Yeah,
So
so I
how did it happen?
Yeah, so it's about happiness, and who better people than the Dalai Lama to tell about it.
Yes, yes.
So I have been traveling in the entire north for different reasons, so and that's how I got connected with him, and he was.
Okay.
I'm extremely honored that he felt like he should consider. And my question to him was, please read the manuscript. If you feel it is worth that, you should write. I would appreciate. Otherwise, it's all fine. And I am thankful to him. He could take out time. He was traveling to Bangalore. He came back, and he did it.
Great. So, how do you feel now? It's the hottest selling book in Amazon, right? Today's review says so. So, what's your feeling? Like, did you ever think when you were a child that you were going to do this, or or in your college days, did you ever think that you're going to be an
Honestly,
author?
I don't feel anything. It is just it came to my mind that at least I should write one book. And I didn't tell you that I was posting my writings in a sort of form of a blog. So I have a blog site where I used to just park them so that people can read.
Put them all
And I used
together.
to occasionally send it to my friends and families, and दो चार फेसबुक कमेंट्स मिलते थे, बड़ा अच्छा लगता था कि people are reading it. So I think it is okay. It is just normal going on. And the way I did it was like one morning, and now information is so easily available.
Yeah.
So I just thought, saw a Instagram ad saying that write a poem for 21 days and we will make a
Yes.
book and all.
Yeah.
So I just showed interest, and then you know how this AI works. Once you show one interest, it came
It
on. So
start.
I just
Yeah. The
thought of,
algorithm start
I
working.
called them. I said, "This is so I've been writing, and I'm interested to publish a book. If you can help me." So they called me to their office once, and one article, when that gentleman read, he was like a publishing manager or editing manager. He read one article. He said, "Can I read one more? Can I read one more?" And then he said, "It is so similar to a very top-selling book, but so different in perspective." So that gave me a trigger that something good can be done. And honestly, they're like around 10, 12 chapters. So the only thing I did was to bucket the chapter into different section of my life.
Right.
This book is very, very strongly on reflection and nothing else, and I think everybody can do it. Let me tell you very frankly, you don't need to be a prolific writer to write down
Right
what
down.
you're experiencing. And I think in one of the endorsement, the gentleman said that what he liked about the writing is it is about, you write essays best when it is about you, and that
Definitely.
exactly what pursuit of happiness is about. And I think there
Definitely.
are pages, there are pictures while reading, so you might feel that you are there in that book. It is not that
The
somebody.
reading is somewhat related, that you feel that it is something which is happening to you. So once you get into it that way. So yeah, nice to know that. And the essence of the book, which is happiness is priceless. How did you understand that every day? How do you find it every day?
See, you might achieve a lot of success in life. When you talk about success, there's a lot of clarity, what I want to do professionally, what I want to do, things which people can see. But when it comes to happiness, our knowledge is very, very little. And it struck me when, like, there is a dinner at one of the top star hotels of the city, and you are going and dining with people you don't know, but in your inner self you want to get back with this event, go back home, sit with your family,
Enjoy.
eat and watch Netflix. So you compare the two situations. One, you are so happy, you are part of that elite group, and on the other side, you are aspiring to go home early and then spend time with your family. So that's, I understood more about the happiness part. What exactly this is? It is all your inner self. What does it wants to do?
But the world is moving very fast. Everybody is running, right? Everybody feels that they have to achieve. They want success. But this book, like when I read it, I found that definitely it gave me a feeling that inner self, and I also believe in inner self. But everybody is running, right? So how do you think this book is going to help others?
See, I think you have to have a very clarity on what you want in life and what is going to achieve that. And you yourself is the best judge of what you are good for. Like I have used golf as a metaphor in this book quite often. In common parlance, you don't use the word handicap for anybody. You cannot say anybody is handicapped. But in golf, such a elite game, such a disciplined game, and we identify ourselves with our handicaps. And handicap means how badly I play. Suppose I need 72 shots to finish a round of 18 hole. So they will count how many extra shots I have taken. So that's my handicap. So every morning when I'm going out to play, I am playing to my handicap. If I play better than my handicap, I should be happy. And if I'm not playing, I have to work and improve. So that's about life also. You know what are your shortcomings, what are your challenges. You have to aspire for it. And many times seen people are running, or even that would happen to me also. Pressure is only about when you are not clear about your delivery or your outcome. And that is not because of something wrong happening to you. It is because either you don't have the time to deliver that quality, or you don't have the competence to deliver. In either cases, you will feel stress, and that is what I am feeling. If I am running out, I am running short of time, that means either of the thing is missing. So if you have to identify that, you have to work for it and play life as a game. Just enjoy the game and move on. You can't stick to it. I hope
Right.
that answers
Play
it.
play life as a game, right? You can't stick to it. How do you think simplicity and happiness balance each other?
Yeah, I think it's a very good question. See, I have stayed across different cultures. I've stayed out of country for 6, 7 years. I have worked in the eastern part of the country, the western part of the country, interacting with so many different type of people. I think one thing that comes very, very clear to me is transparency, honesty, gratitude. These are basic human values. They don't change, be it India or be it any part of the world. So once you are able to portray these basic human values with utmost integrity to people around you, and I think that creates all the difference. That creates a situation where you feel happy about everything. You are not hiding, or you are not trying to protect something from the other, and you flow like a transparent water, and that's what makes it happy. At I feel that makes me happy.
Right. So you mean that be yourself.
Absolutely,
Yourself.
absolutely.
Right. But people are forgetting to be their self, right? Especially, I would quote it again in the bigger cities. People are not be their self.
But my question is why? See, if I see, I've had a middle class upbringing, many of us, and I have seen the same set of problem creating chaos in so many lives in different ways, and everybody will feel why this is happening to me, and then they start correlating to other things of like fate, destiny. My question is, it's happening to everybody. It is how you look at it, from what lens you are looking at it, and then once some crisis happens or a failure happens, post that what happened makes the difference.
Who's that?
For many of us, as we are not blessed that you will have everything in life, and to the part of the country where I belong, I feel even to reach to a level where you can perform, there's so many other hurdles that when you actually reach that stage, you are exhausted.
Yes.
So that's where you have to. There's one chapter on the book, the part one, second chapter, the Dandelion in Me. I think that is a very,
Dandelion.
very important chapter that was written long back, 2018. What triggered it, I don't know. But something happened. I could fight back. Then I could correlate with other situation happening. There are a few movies on that. So, so just went on. I went on writing and writing. And
Okay. So you have, you have mentioned very well there that anything happening to anyone, people think that this is only me. I am penalized. It's not that. Everybody is having their own.
the point is, the moment you start thinking that many of the other faculties don't work, you feel like it is fate, it will happen to me. But when life is testing you, that is a time when you have to be your best self. You have to show your best version of yourself to fight it out, and that is where we lack. And what I feel in every experiences that is happening, again, reflect. I'm not saying you introspect, you reflect. Once you reflect, and when you are replaying that incidents, you try to put the best version of yourself in that situation and see how you would have behaved. You would not need anybody to preach you what to do. You will know what was the right action that you could have done. And once if you are able to carry it on to your next events in life, and I think you are a better person than yesterday. And again, that's what the book is all
But
about.
then how will you connect? Like just a thought came by. How will you connect? Like what has happened? Reflection will help us for the better path. But what has happened? People generally, mass get struggling. They get struggled because of the what has happened.
Yeah, so what has happened has happened. So there's one chapter, I have named it मैं ख्याल रखता हूँ. So it's a pure reflection of what I should have done and what I did not do. So it's on the backdrop of lockdown, and we are at home, working
Yeah.
from home, and stuck with our team calls morning to evening. And that
Yes.
time we forgot lot many things, and we still say that we are a caring person. So now that I have went through that of not doing it correctly, reflecting it, now writing it, I know next time I cannot do
I
it. So
cannot.
it will not be honesty if I again repeat the same thing, knowing that it is not right.
Right. So, what message would you give through this book or you as an author to the next generation?
I think this message is for me, I would say, and then for anybody. Life is priceless. Life is the most important gift that you have got from Almighty, and we cannot let it go waste. Waste by bothering about petty things, thing that doesn't matter. You just rewind yourself 10 years back. So many things would have bothered you, and now you feel that I shouldn't have. That should not have affected me, but
Yeah,
that did.
they did. They
Many
did.
times we say like those were the best days of my life. There's again a chapter on that. So everybody say yaar wo bhi ka din the. So my point to them is, if 20 years back when you had nothing, no resource, no power, no money, no clarity on future, and you say those were my best days, and now when you are sitting on a position, you have
Position.
so many things and you are looking back to those days, why? That means
Why
you are.
not be in present?
So I would say I rewrote that chapter that these are the best days of my life. It's not those summer of '69. So many summers will come, autumn will come, spring will come.
Right.
But what am I doing it to make this day the best day of my life? And that is what my message would be to anybody who's mentioned about people living in metros, struggling. Why can't it be your best day? Struggle is there, it's part of life. We have to earn to live. We are not blessed to do nothing and still have a good life. We have to work hard. But whether out of that, how am I drawing happiness? Happiness is not about, see, happiness is about doing smallest of thing that will make you happy. It's not about to do something, being travel overseas or do something exceptional. It is a very simple thing that makes you happy.
So that's the message that
That's the message.
anything you do is associated with happiness.
Perfect.
Just that you have to do correct. You cannot do incorrect and say,
You
okay,
can
I'm
do
happy about
incorrect,
it.
but again, I say reflect. If you are doing it incorrect, you know it's incorrect, and you continue to do that, then that is not being human. Being human is that's what differentiates us from the other creatures. At least we have that ability to correct ourselves.
You've touched upon life is most precious God's gift, so that you have. Okay. So are you writing something more now? Because
let
after this,
let me go to it's my first
everybody.
book actually, and it's a very small book. So I
Yes, it's a
really it
small.
is I think it is working in my favor that it's a small book. At times when the I received the first copy, I thought I could have written the 30-40 pages. Why I was in a hurry to
That what
publish
I
it?
said, that because it's a small book, people will grab it,
Yeah,
read
and I
it,
feel
and
it's the timing. When you feel something is the time for it, go for it. Don't evaluate, don't retrospect. I could have done this, that. Just do it. So I think yes, definitely it has given me some clarity on how puts thing together. Like it was, these chapters were never written to be part of a book. They were just blog and get some comments from friend that you were writing good. But now that it has taken a shape, it has given me a lot of learning how it happens. So I'm sure it will help me to
write the next
write
one.
something more.
Okay.
But I think the core would more or less remain the same. Let's see how
Okay.
it evolves.
So, but as you said that it's a short book, like so you got enough time to manage it. But if you are thinking for a larger novels, so would you get enough time to write it?
Yeah, I think see, it's not about how much time you take to write. If you intend to write, and once you think of, thoughts will flow. So many people ask me this question: how do you find time against all this rut that you are going through? But I said, no, it's not written in a day or two. It's written over a period of time. And I said, we have enough time in our life to do things what you want. we cannot say that I want this will make me happy and I'm not able to do it. Then I think we say we are managers, but I don't think we are managing our life well. If you can't take out time for think what
Yours.
you like. See, I think we all are managers managing big organization, big portfolios, but I think if you're not able to manage your life, you are not a good manager. And I think that is what is very, very important. You have to manage your life, find time for things that makes you happy. And nobody can teach you to do that.
True. True. We have to take care of ourselves.
Yeah, take care of ourselves, take care of people around you, and that is also more important. Many time I would like to highlight that the relation that we have around us, they are the most precious thing that you can have. But many times in the rut of life, we try to forget them, and then later on when you realize, you feel that it should not have been that way. So that's
Time
a very,
is
very
gone.
important part. I think my book covers one chapter, me
Yes.
in relationship, which is very, very important, but I would say the most important part of this book.
Right. Because in this busy life, we forget that how we have to carry ourselves with everyone. So, how long, still, I would again ask you the same question, how long people have to wait for your next book?
I am not sure about it. Let me be honest to myself. I'm not sure about it. So I will continue to write as a hobby. So
Yeah.
I write on weekend late night. So I'll try to find time to write. And once you have something that can be put together, I will try to. But not that I have fixed any timelines for what I'm going to do it. That's again I will say that goes against happiness. Don't put timelines to things. Give your
Yes,
best
give your best and be happy with
and
what
be
you
happy
have.
with it.
Right. One message, if you're asked to give to everyone, definitely you have already given the pursuit of happiness, but still, we would like to know one message from you for everyone.
See, one, I think there are many messages that already there, but again, I would say one message that is coming to me now is you are your best teacher. Nobody can teach you. If you are doing something, you know what is the output required, you will have to put a commensurate effort to do it. And you are the only one to judge. That is part one of it. Part two would be reflection. I think reflection is a very, very strong tool. It's not that I've written a book. Anybody could have written this book if you are reflecting at the right time and just taking the pain to capture it somewhere. So I think you can be your best teacher. You can make the best version of yourself if you just believe in yourself, start reflecting, start implementing. And I think that is the key to so many things in life, and happiness is the top of that.
Okay, you have touched upon many chapters of your book, but still, if one favorite chapter you have to pick up from the pursuit of happiness, what would it be?
So I
Which
think
one would
all
it
the chapters are my favorite, but one chapter I want to highlight is the chapter called The Missing Pages of My Life. And the trigger to the chapter was very simple interaction with my daughter. So whenever at home I have this notepad, my daughter has this habit of writing, doodling on notepad all across, and he will keep them floating in the house. So whenever I'm getting a call, I want to note down something, my eyes will go and search for them. So it so happened that I took a notepad, wrote something, and I tore the page out of it. And that was supposed to be my daughter's best notebook.
be? Oh gosh.
And you know what happened after that?
Yes, yes,
All
correct.
amount of logic that you have, 20 notebooks, they're all floating around. What happened if I've taken a small page? It was so urgent. So it was very, see, I think what, 8, 9 years then. But he
Okay.
was so possessive of that, how could you do it without my permission? He could have asked me. So that gave me a trigger that my life is my favorite notebook. And people are writing on it the way you want, tearing pages, and that has been happening for ages. And what is my reaction? I do nothing. So this chapter taught me, my daughter taught me that as a child you are fearless, don't grow up frightened. So that was a trigger to write that chapter. A small instance, and then I've written 4 pages of that.
Great. Great. So you're correct. We don't reflect, we don't introspect, we don't see back that how things, how smaller things can give us a message, right? Like a small notebook gave you a message that inspired you to write a
Whole
complete
chapter.
chapter on the book, right? Good. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining with Techfluence today. It's
Thank you
our
so
again,
much.
it's our honor to be with you, and I hope that we will again sit together for your next novel short in a very short span of time.
Thank you so much for inviting. And I think I'm too young as an author. This is my first book, and you have given this respect. I mean, I'm really honored to be here, and I hope the message is I'm able to convey the message to people who are going to read, and hope they enjoy the book. Happy reading to all the readers. Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much. Happy reading to all the readers.